Part 2 of 3 videos today, factual information. This is about the first video's progression of why cocaine, drugs and all these things, there's so much trouble around the world. Gold, silver, all of these things causing fluctuation markets and competitors between different countries forming alliances. We're talking about Queen Elizabeth I. She's a young girl, her father's died. Her father was interested in making ships. He made the Mary Rose. It was a warship with a tall sail, and it wasn't completely perfectly manufactured. They put the gun turret doors too low to the waterline, and when it recoiled over and over and over again in its display of powerness from onboard cannons upon a ship, the ship rolled and listed backwards and forwards, and eventually it filled up with too much water and sank in the Solent. He was the first guy to make cannon ships. Queen Elizabeth I's father, King Henry VIII. It sunk outside Portsmouth on the Solent a long time ago. Since now, they have recovered that ship. It's in a museum. It's been down there for 200 or 300 or more years. 300 or 400 more years. I think it was retrieved in the 1980s. They managed to refloat it. So what we're talking about Queen Elizabeth I for, and alliances. Well, Matilda had been sent to Europe. They made her the Empress of Europe. That's one of the ancestry lines of England at the time. That's King Alfred the Great's great, I don't know how many more greats, daughters. So this cocaine is now on our planet. It's moving around with pharmacy, and pharmacy is the word for chemical. It means medicine. It's an Egyptian word, pharmacy, from the pharaohs. Been around for quite a long time. So it finally comes over to England, and the Egyptians decide that they're going to start selling this. No, they gave it to her, but it come across the world somehow, and so many different looks back at the world, why we have this pharmacy, medicines and everything nowadays. So let's stop there for a minute, and now we're looking at the reason why the Spanish king wanted to wed the English queen. The guy was so impressed with her father's work making battleships that he wanted to impress the Queen of England. So he made an armada of ships. Except for he had been to see the Queen of England and asked her whether she was interested in his hand in marriage. He formally offered to her his hand in marriage. He came to her court twice, but the problem was Queen Elizabeth I was in love with Sir Walter Raleigh. He was an explorer with ships. So the Spanish king came over, and the Queen saw him as a not fit suitor, and I'll tell you what, there's a reason why. He was rumoured to have been a cokehead, absolutely blotto on cocaine most of his hours in his day. So she didn't see them as a suitor for their marriage. And when he came over to show the ships to her, to impress her, a big storm appeared. And a miscommunication started, and cannons were fired. So she fought off the Spanish invasion. Or was it a Spanish invasion because he refused her hand in marriage? Who knows? Next video.